Happy New Year,
Happy
y'all.
New Year, everybody.
What is happening?
Everybody doing good?
Let's see. Who do we have in here right now? Let's say some hellos. Wow. They've been chatting up a storm.
That they
Let's
have
see.
been.
Yeah. Let's see. Shane from Ohio River. Is he still here? I think so. And let's see. Treasure hunting with Swifty. He's here. Jerry from the other side of the boat. He says he's got COVID. So, man, I hope you get well soon. BC Treasure Trails, man. Thanks for showing up, man. Appreciate that. Who else? A Wicked Digger, Metal Detective in Brooklyn. Go ahead, Randy.
Awesome. Plugs for Days is here.
Oh, yeah. Miss Cynthia, of course, is in the house.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Let's see. Miss Karen is here. 616. Who else is in here, Randy? Who did I miss?
I think you got everybody.
Did I?
I believe so. Scroll back up here.
Yeah, man. Well, I hope everybody had a really good New Year's. I hope this year is going to be better than last year. If you had a bad year, or if not, it can only get better, right?
Exactly.
No, really, but I hope everybody has a wonderful New Year and finds their best treasure ever this year.
Yep. Hi, BC.
Yeah. So
Plug says he's here. He's coin Swifty. He's holding on to his gold coin.
Oh, you want to see that right off the bat? Well, okay. You know what? I'm going to take it out of this case. And although, I didn't find this metal detecting, I won it on a metal detecting giveaway, which was Garrett. Thank you very much, Garrett. But it's definitely my favorite prize that I won this year.
That's awesome.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 1997 $5 gold coin. It's hard for me to see. I don't think that's upside down. How cool is that?
That's nice. That's really nice, buddy.
I couldn't believe that. And I got the pinpointer also, and a Ferret Finds booklet, and what else? Oh, a calendar, the Garrett calendar with like Gypsy Jules is in there, Jace from Duck Dynasty, and Nugget Noggin, and all those fellows and gals that use the Garrett products. So that was pretty cool.
Plugs wants to know, do you know how many ounces that is?
It says 1/10 of an ounce, I think. If you look, Randy, I lost you.
No, I'm here.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I closed my camera for a second.
Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. Anyhow, if you look in the red book, you'll see it in there if you have one of those. What?
Shane says, take down that Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Hey, you're going to have to talk to Mama about that. Mm-hmm. She said Shane, not until January 6th.
Yeah. Shane, I'm glad you're here, so I hope you stick around for a bit. So.
Yeah. Well, go ahead, Randy. You got some stuff you want to talk about. That was just one of the things that somebody brought up, and I just happened to have sitting here.
Well, but before we get into the finds of what we found and all that, I want to thank first you, Swifty, because you sent me this awesome coin book, and it's been a great help. So, buddy, I appreciate that.
There's a lot of good information in there, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been reading it and looking through it, and the coins I've been finding, I've been studying on it. So that way, when I'm out in the field and find something that I don't know what it is, I don't have to say, well, I don't know what that is. So I'm studying coins. So
right. That's always a good thing.
Yep.
See, Ray Gonzalez is in here. I just want to say hey to him real quick. And
All right.
Joe Strack.
Joe.
Okay, sorry about that, Randy.
No, buddy, you're good. So I've been really lucky for the past couple months. I've won some great contests, and two of them have actually been from Ohio River history. And the first thing I won from Shane was a set of these pans. If I can get the pans in the. So Shane, I want to thank you for that, buddy. I appreciate that, and it will get used sometime this summer. The other thing, I got to grab it. The other thing I want to thank Shane for is I actually received from Shane on one of his giveaways a 1,200-pound Kratos magnet. I'm not going to pull the magnet out because I don't want to get my computer. But Shane, I want to thank you for that, buddy. And like I said, I will get out your way. We will throw this thing in some water. So I'm looking forward to that.
Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
But no, I've been pretty lucky since October, not only with winning some prizes, but with things that I've found. So
right on. Well, do you want to show us some of the things that you found?
I'll let you go first.
Oh, well, all righty. Well, let's see. Well, and by the way, Shane, you see those let's see this side.
I know, right? That's confusing.
Yeah. All those ornaments that you see on our Charlie Brown Christmas tree are ornaments that my mom made years ago when I was a little kid. I still have those, and that's pretty much all we put on the trees anymore. So go mom. She's always here at Christmas time.
So those ornaments aren't very old then, huh? They're pretty young.
Well, they're at least 50 years old, but thank you. Yeah, exactly. They're probably at least 50 years old. Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah, man.
I actually have ornaments. My heritage is from Germany. I actually got handmade blown ornaments from Germany with my ancestors.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I have some of those. My family's Italian, and I have some of my great grandmothers or great grandmothers Christmas ornaments, and they're really thin and hand blown, and they're beautiful. Those stay wrapped up, and because we got kitties, and you know what? It's funny. The cats haven't bothered the Christmas tree this year. They get underneath there and they sleep, and sometimes drink the water out of the thing. But they haven't bothered any. They didn't try to climb it or nothing this year. It's pretty
That's
mellow.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tim from Alley Cat Treasures. How are you?
And we got a good crowd in here. 12 strong.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. This is one of my favorite finds. If y'all remember seeing the video, but this is the Bonnie and Clyde Tootsie toy that I dug up near a cemetery out in the field. And this was pretty deep, man. I bet this thing was probably a good 8 inches in the ground. It was, but when I pulled it out, man, I couldn't believe it, man. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh yeah, toys are always great to find.
Yeah. I found on the same property, I was hunting with Pat. One of the last starts of the day was this other Tootsie toy, which is a hot rod. And that's, man, I love finding these old toy cars like this because this is the stuff I grew up playing with, Yeah. And some of it's older than me, but the style of toy cars is what I grew up playing with, So I bet you this year, and I have to get them all out and count them. I'm going to take a picture because I got a used toy car lot. I bet I have at least 25 toy cars that I dug up this year, maybe more. I don't know, but I'm going to get them all together, and I'm going to do, count them and do a photo, and
That's
All that
nice.
good stuff. That's a Hot Wheels. Yeah, that's pretty cool
Yeah,
stuff. And
yeah, I
then
love finding
this
cars.
one, this old truck, man, this was their favorite toy, man. They wired it together and everything. Um, got beat up pretty bad. I say it had a pretty bad accident,
It looks that way.
crashed and burned. But I love finding these old toys like that, man. That's what I grew up with.
Kimberly Cramer joined us. Hi, Kimberly.
Hey, Kimberly, how are you? Glad you're here. Yeah, Augustine, how are you?
Yeah, you reminded me I didn't bring my Tootsie toy in. I
Oh,
need to go
boy.
grab it. I'm gonna shut my camera. I'll be right back. You keep talking.
All right, Drum and Detect. Hey, thanks for joining us. Maurice is here. Man, we got a good crowd. I'm glad everybody's here. We're just talking about our relics and finds and things like that we found last year. I'm going to post a link again if anybody has some stuff that they want to show off that they found last year and want to come up and talk about it. There's the link, and you can click on that, and we'll bring you up and let you talk about some of your stuff as well. And also, if you want to share your channel in here, please share your channel. If you're not subscribed to one another, please go over there and subscribe to one another. Hit that bell, show the love, share the love, all that good stuff. Well, Randy's going to get that. Let's see. I want to show y'all something that I'm not sure it is what I think it is, but perhaps you all know. Whoa. And so I dug this up the other day. If you saw my video that came out this morning, it's in the video. And I am thinking that is a valve stem to a Model T Ford or something like that.
That it would be, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
So if you clean that nut off down where it attaches the top side of it, should say no, the other side should say Schrader on it.
You talking about this side here? Oh.
I can't. Yep. If you clean that off, it should say Schrader on there.
Okay. Well, do that. Well, that's a pretty cool find. I found out the other day.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I put the link up if anybody wants to join us, and they can click on it and get you up in the green room, and then we'll put you up on the screen.
Yeah. So since you're talking Tootsie Toys and cars,
yeah,
I was hunting with Tommy when I found this one. That's when we had the little boy metal detecting with us, Noah. So I was at my brother's house for Thanksgiving, and I asked him if I could metal detect his yard. And they metal detected first. And I kept saying, hey, I hear a good signal over there, but they just kept going past it. It's like, no, I hear a good signal over there. So when they got done, I took the metal detector and I went over and I found this Roadster.
Look at that, man. That's a beauty.
But it's in good shape because you can actually see the gear shift down in there and everything.
Did you get a year on that?
1927.
Get down, turn around.
Yeah.
Schrader valve stem. So Ray, I had to reread this one. Ray said my nuts dot says shredder, and I was just like, okay, buddy. And then I see where Cynthia says Schrader valve stem, and then I put the two together. I was like, oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think people can say welcome to the Model T world there, Swifty.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people would love to find one of those.
I actually that's the second one that I found this year. I found a smaller one as well. It's in the other room.
So what's on your bucket list for 22? Anything?
Wow, I don't know. That's a hard one because I found so many bucket listers this year. I've had probably my best year metal detecting ever. And I said that the year before, but I think this one topped it off because I found this one piece I got permission on this one piece of property And I don't think anybody have ever been there before. And I found stuff from the colonial period, late 1700s, early 1800s. I found Civil War stuff there. I forgot to bring the button in. I found a post-war of 1812 button there. So I found that half dime, the 1836 half dime that I found.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I found that on the same piece of property. So I mean, I got a gold coin. It'd be cool to find one metal detecting too. All right, here's a bucket lister. A silver thimble.
And see, that's one of the things I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, that's one of my bucket listers. A silver thimble. Treasure Tom. Swifty, you Southerners have it good. Well, we know where the corn liquor is. That's for sure.
That we do. I got some in the refrigerator.
All right. Hey, Happy New Year's. All right. So what's on your bucket list, Randy?
A thimble, like you said, but I'd like to find something seated. I found a Merc. I found Rosie's. I was with you when I found my first silver quarter, which is, what was it, 1948?
Mm-hmm.
That's the day we did that little schoolhouse. I actually found that across the street from the schoolhouse.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I might go back over to the schoolhouse next week. The first place we were at across the road, that lady there is affiliate with Karen, and I have some paperwork I need to take over there because Karen's going to be teaching, and I'm like, hey, I'll take it over there, and then I'll zip across the road and detect the old schoolhouse.
Yeah, because that produced a lot of stuff that day.
Mm-hmm. So let's see what else is there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Shane from Ohio River says my list is modest. First need is a stand-in Liberty quarter. 2, a barber quarter. Those are my 2 most recent needs. I want to find them before I go older.
Well, how old are you, Shane? Because you act like you're over the hill, but I don't think you're that old.
He acts like he's our age.
I think he's younger than we are.
Yeah. Hey, Cynthia said she found a silver thimble this year as well. And Jerry from the other side of the boat said he got 2 of them, which I know because he sent me the pictures. He was like, hey, look what I found.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome.
But yeah. So hey, let's see something else. Some of your other favorite finds. And folks, I'm going to put the
somebody come up and join us.
Yeah, I'm going to put that link in here. Shane, why don't you come up here and show us some of your stuff, buddy? Don't be shy.
Yeah, but we're talking about bucket listers, right? So, like I said,
talk about anything you want to.
Yeah, for the past 2.5 months, I said I've been really lucky and really blessed because I found in one hunt, I found 2 Indian head pennies. Right now, that was just recently, and then I found a third one the other day out here in the field next to my house. So early on in the beginning of the year, I probably don't have the right. Yeah, this is the right one. I found a 1847 large cent. That was in the beginning of the year. So,
what year was it?
1847.
Nice.
So, the tree next to my property has just been giving me great stuff. So I was metal detecting this week over there, and I found another 2 large cents. One's 1928.
No,
19. One's 1828, and the other one's 1830 something. I can't make out the last number. So
you got a magnifier?
Yeah, and I still can't see it. I even had the wife look at it.
Huh.
And I'm afraid to clean on it because when you do, they just deteriorate.
Yeah,
So,
I always just take a toothpick and pluck the dirt off with, and then I'll take a soft bristle like toothbrush and
mhm.
just lightly just brush that dirt off there. And once I get the date off it, I stop.
Yep.
And
So
I just leave the dirt on there. I mean, I get the caked off stuff, the caked on stuff. I mean, but as far as like cleaning it, no, I don't do that anymore. I've ruined too many coins, and I just don't do it anymore. I get the date off, and that's it.
yep, yep. And that's why this one looks this way, because this is the first one I found, and you can see I started cleaning on it, and it just started falling apart.
Yeah.
So I've left it the way it is. So
Let's see. Plugs for days. Swifty, to happen to add hot sauce to your coffee. No, no, I didn't this time. I'm drinking a mimosa. It is New Year's Day. I got my top hat. I got my mimosa. I'm a happy camper. Happy New Year.
thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. Have you heard of, since you touched on a hot sauce there for a second, have you heard of Widowmaker?
No, but I've seen plenty.
Okay. If I come across this hot sauce again, I'll buy it for you and Mark. I'll send it to you, and then you can send Mark the other bottle.
Okay. Well,
they were out of it the day I was at this one store. It's called Widowmaker.
Okay, we'll try it out. I tell you that the other night, that last hot sauce I tasted, man, that stuff let me.
Oh, hi, Karen.
Hey.
Mrs. Swifty in the house, y'all.
I just touched the bottle of that stuff when it was on the table. And then I had a toothpick and I was picking something out of my tooth. Oh my goodness, I touched my lip and I was like, I got to go wash my hands right now.
I don't see how you guys do that hot sauce.
Me either. It's crazy.
You know what? There's a rush to it. There's like this small rush, little buzz thing that goes on. And, that's for a lot of us, that's what it's about to get through that,
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes it's a little intense, and you're like, "Ooh, dude." And
hey, Johnny Small Pepper is here.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah, he knows all about that. Have y'all seen any of Johnny's videos of him eating those peppers?
Yes.
Now, see,
He's
I
got
can't
a cast
do that.
iron stomach.
No, I can eat jalapenos, but other than that, so we're gonna have to have Johnny come up and do a live hot sauce pepper eating mayhem show with us one evening. I bet he'd be up to that, wouldn't you?
Or he should send you some stuff and Mark some stuff, and you guys try at the same time.
Well, that's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, so
hey, great finds.
Back to some bucket listers. I have some stuff here that I want to show. That was really amazing. I just couldn't believe it. It was if you saw my videos, there was a couple of holy effing wow moments. And so this one piece of property I went on back in the early fall, my buddy told me there was some Civil War troops that came through there and stayed on the property at the house and everything. And I hunted and for a day, and I didn't find the first Civil War anything. I thought I'd find a drop bullet or something. I found some flat buttons and things like that. And then all of a sudden,
ram detecting. It's in the house.
There's Mark. Hey, Mark, here's the link, man. If you want to come up. Oh, you're on the road. Still. Anyhow, we'll post that link if anybody else wants to come up.
Yeah, come up, join us. Don't be shy.
Anyway, I get this banging signal finally, and I pull up this beautiful stirrup.
That is sweet.
The frogs are here. The frogs are here. But anyhow.
Hi, Dennis.
So that was my first indication that there's a possible Civil War activity or some other items on this property. So when it was all said and done, well, here's some other Civil War stuff. Here's a butt plate to a muzzleloader. You know, I was like, that was a bucket lister for me right there. I was glad I had my brown pants on that day when I found this. Matter of fact, I think I hit you up right after I found it. I think I sent you and Mark from Ram Detecting, and I was like, hey, look, I think I found a butt plate. So I was all excited about that. But anyhow, I dug that stirrup up, and then throughout the next several times I went out there,
Maurice.
I dug 3 more.
Oh, that's nice. I've never dug one yet.
Yeah. I've only dug one in my 20 plus years of metal detecting. I've only dug 1 stirrup. This year I dug 5 all together.
Well, a lot of people say, you strive to get something, then you find one, and you find a bunch.
Yeah.
So,
I've had it happen.
Mm-hmm.
How cool is this stuff? What?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think this one came off the piece of property. Yes, because I can tell by the color of the dirt. But the place where you and I went over at Barber's, the big white house. There's Shane. Let me get Shane up here. Anyhow, I found this on her property over by that cemetery where I found that car.
Cool.
Yeah. Let me get Shane in here. He's probably been in here yawning.
Ohio River.
There he
is.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I was on all day yesterday. We were broadcasting college football games. We logged 15,000 views on our sports channel yesterday and almost 100 subscribers. So we're really killing it over there.
Congratulations.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I don't know how you keep up with it all.
I do.
You are one busy gentleman.
I do. I stay busy and I watch a ton of videos and I try to participate everywhere I can. So
you are the man.
What's going on?
At least I get to thank you face to face. Thank you so much,
dude. I was so, you know what? Because let's just talk about the drawing for the magnet real fast. I did that one as a recording because I wanted to hang out and I wanted to just play and chat and let it go. When your name popped up on that, dude, I was actually tickled because I was sitting here thinking in my mind, let's look at this year as a whole, right? Randy is going along, having a good old time with his channel, going out there having fun, doing decent stuff. And then all of a sudden, YouTube strips the whole thing away from him, yanks it out, throws it out the door, leaves him with absolutely zero. Okay, and so you don't hear him cry about it. You don't hear him complain too much.
You didn't get the messages that I got.
Now, he's upset, right? Well, listen, he's okay. Let's just say those are private messages. That don't count. So let's just say then, so what do? You take it in stride. You pick yourself up. You put your stuff back together, and you ask for a little help. Everybody responds, gets you going. And then guess what happened? Karma kicks in, and it's good karma because then Randy's been on a tear the last 30 days or so. For a guy like, that's just really kind of getting into the hobby. There's no other. He's won multiple giveaways. I saw him win something the other day. I don't remember where it was, but he won something else.
Mm-hmm.
He's won
Jersey Ray.
Yeah, that's it. He won 3 giveaways. He's been out here finding great finds and doing good things, and he's happy as a lark. And that's because he didn't cry and pout about his misfortune. He fixed it. He went out there and kept doing what he was doing, and that's why I'm up here right now, because I wanted to tell Randy that I admire that. I mean, because a lot of people would have just quit.
Well, thank you, Shane. I appreciate that, buddy.
You're welcome, brother.
But you and I are going magnet fishing.
Hell, man, I don't know if you're going to want to go where I go right now. I'm going underneath this bridge where I have to shimmy out around on a pylon, and it's concrete, and it's about an 8-inch around. But you get out here, then you go straight under the bridge. And I know everybody's probably seen that spot, but it's tough to get to, and it's hard to really get your magnet real far out there. But man, I'm telling you what, there's a lot of stuff out there that I haven't even gotten in yet. So.
You will.
Oh yeah,
Sea full of money.
I'm working on it. I thought I found. Go ahead.
Was it Michigan Jens? She was showing stuff on, I forget where she was, but she found a Civil War boot tap. It actually had a heart.
She's got a heel plate. I got one just like it. I was looking for it, and I don't think I have it here.
Lost Boys.
I got my finds so scattered right now. It's not even funny. I got most of my good finds from this year in display cases where I show people when I door knock or when we do stuff like that. So I don't have them with me. I don't have a lot of my good stuff for the year, but I've had a really good year. I mean, I'm never going to complain.
Well, talk about some of your favorite finds that you found this year.
Absolutely, hands down, my favorite find of the year is the silver-plated infantry officer's coat button. It had all the silver plating on it. I found 3 or 4 like it, and then it ended up. There's a really good story beyond that too. So when I started researching it, I figured out that it was made in England in the 1820s. It was for an infantry officer's coat button from 1830 to about 1840, so pre-Civil War. And then the ones that are around here that are shown online, none of them had the silver plating on it. When I dug it, there was something melted to it. It was like something protected that silver plating, so it was in great shape. Then 2 months later, I turn on a Wednesday and I see the Hoover boys, and he shows one, and he found one identical to the one that I found, and I was like, how in the heck does that happen? You find something, and he was like, man, it's the first one I've ever found. I'm like, and then I started checking, and the button's actually fairly rare, so it was a really cool find. And then to see somebody else pull one out of the ground too made it real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's still my favorite find of the year for sure.
Awesome. I had that same situation with a button 2 years ago, and it was a North Carolina Sunburst Confederate button. And right after that, a buddy of mine that I know has another, I forget the name of this group, Virginia Diggers. I might get that wrong, but anyhow, like a couple months later, he's like, hey man, look what I found today. And I was like, holy crap, because I looked around and I saw very few of those buttons. And then all of a sudden, 2 of them were found just several counties apart in Virginia,
Yeah.
So Johnny has a question. He wants to know what your worst find is, emotional or sad.
You go first, Shane.
I got to think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Worst find ever.
Emotional or sad?
Mm-hmm. I can't think of anything.
I can. There was that pull tab that I thought for sure was going to be a gold ring.
That made it in the video, didn't it?
Yes. Yes, it did.
That's depressing. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything that was emotionally saddening to me.
No, me either, really. Well, I tell you something I found, and it was sort of, I don't know, emotional in a sense. I found that old cemetery that no one knew about, and all the tombstones were flattened in the ground. They've been cutting hay over it. It's actually about 20 feet from where I found that half dime. And we didn't know that we were detecting in a cemetery at the moment. But anyhow, uncovering that first tombstone that I found from, what was it, 1826, I believe it was. And it was a young girl who was 19 years old and died given childbirth. And then the child died also. And all the stuff was written on the tombstone that was buried underneath the ground. So that would be one. That would be the main one for me, I'd say. That was pretty. So
we went on a hike a few years back, and I recorded it. I don't even. I know the videos up there, but we found an old forgotten lost cemetery. And the funny thing was that the whole cemetery was getting tore down, but they buried somebody back there in 2006. Somebody had a plot in that cemetery, and they were buried there. And the farmers that own that land had just totally knocked it down. So we petitioned the state to quarantine it off and put a fence around it, and offered to actually take care of it. And lo and behold, they didn't even respect the wishes. And a lot of the tombstones were early 1800s. I never put that in the video because I don't want anything that I put out there to be depressing or cause any kind of controversy or stir up people.
Yeah.
Because emotions, that kind of emotion is, I don't have no need for that stuff. I'm a happy guy. So I didn't put any of that in, but we petitioned the state to try to save it and section it off because it was in a high spot. It was in a beautiful location, but they basically refused. And I think if the family of the one that's buried there recently, if it wasn't for that, they would have already just bulldozed it all the way down, but they can't because of that. I mean, I guess that's depressing and found.
Yeah.
Right. Randy's thinking hard. You got something, or
No,
you're
I
just
don't. No.
Oh, that's okay then. So, Randy, you what else have you found last year that was just off the hook for you?
We were talking about buttons. I was doing a sidewalk in a small town that I live in, and I found this military button. Button.
Oh yeah, I can see the eagle now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a Great Seal button. It's a World War I.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, man.
Yep. And I got one for and I wish Clark's were here because I got one for Clark's Cove because I know Rob from Clark's Cove just loves. I got it up.
Oh, the bicentennial quarter.
Oh yeah, he loves finding them.
He's all about those.
I'll tell you what. This year alone, I know I've found at least 7 or 8 of them. So
I'm right now. I'm running my Tumblr today, and I'm taking all my clad, and I'm getting ready to go cash it in this year to see what my clad total is going to be for the year.
What
Are you
medium
going to
do
do a contest?
Huh?
Are you going to do a contest?
Well, I don't know. I might. I mean, that might make it fun. Yeah, I might do that. We'll see.
What medium do you use in your Tumblr?
You're gonna laugh, but so we went to Gatlinburg a year or so ago, and we went to one of them gem mining places, right? They got where you go down there and you sift through, you get the gems, then they cut you a stone, and then you make your wife a pretty piece of jewelry, and she's happy with you on the way home. That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did is that we separated out all the big gems, and then we kept all the shrapnel, all the small emerald, the small quartz, and then I ran it through the tumbler for a long time to get it really soft and rounded edges, more like it looks like little beads, and that's what I run in my tumbler, and it does an amazing job on everything I clean with it. That, dish soap, and a little bit of water.
I use a small fish gravel, and it doesn't seem like it does a great job.
I use stainless steel BBs. What's it called? Stainless steel shot.
Okay.
So you just Google that and you'll find it. But that's what I use. A little bit of Dawn detergent, some warm water, and let it roll for 2-3 hours. And then if I need to, I dump it all out and redo it again. But most time I'm done in 2-3 hours. Especially if it's clad coins that's going in the jar anyhow. So
yeah, I'm gonna burn the clad up today. I'm gonna take it all over. I got it, but I didn't realize how much clad I had until I started gathering it up, and I got plenty. It ought to be interesting to see what's in there.
Yeah, I cashed in twice this year, and I have to say that I probably cashed in about $100 in clad altogether, and that was most of the stuff that I found throughout the year. And then, of course, I throw in whatever change I get once in a while into the jar.
Plugs? I'll try that.
Did I ever tell you about the gold-plated quarters?
I've seen them.
I didn't know what they was. But another thing that happens that's really cool with my life is my wife. She works at a Love's truck stop. She's a manager up at one of them. And so they got big counting machines and stuff like that. And she goes through, she knows I love all coins, so she pulls everything out. I was just going through one of my little trinket jars here of stuff that I found this year that I hadn't separated. Anyway, one day she calls me on the phone and she says, do you know anything about a gold quarter? And I have no idea. And I have never heard of a gold quarter. She says, it's new. She says it looks like it's uncirculated, never been out. And she says, "You don't have any idea?" I says, "No, not really." I says, "But put it in your pocket and put a quarter in for it." The U.S. minted for a couple states. This one here is, I can't see worth a crap. This one here is South Dakota, North Dakota. It's a Dakota. They minted some 24 karat. Now let's see how is this
Hi,
going to work.
Lisa.
Hey,
24
Lisa.
Hold your other hand behind the chain. Try that.
Oop.
And come forward.
there.
Yep.
They're 24 karat plated gold quarters. So
Hmm.
I know they don't have enough gold on them to mean anything, but they were part of a proof set, and people were busting them out and cashing them in. Over the course of the year this year, I've gotten 5 of them, and they got value. I mean, but people are spending them and have no idea that they're a collectible.
So I have a $50 one that I receive as a gift, as a Christmas ornament,
That's sweet.
about 2 years ago. That's funny you brought that up. I was like, yeah, I have one, but mine's a $50.
That's cool.
So there's a little bit more gold on mine.
Drummond Detect said they found 2 pennies in a field yesterday, 1920 and 1960.
That's
Nice.
right, Joel.
And Happy New
Hey.
Year, Lisa.
One of those wheat pennies I found the other day on that last video I put out was 1910, and the Indian head penny was 1903.
Cool.
So there was some age there on that one.
Indian head pennies are one of my favorite coins to find.
Yeah, I love that in Buffalo. I love finding Buffalo nickels.
You know,
And I got one of those the other day too, but I couldn't get the date off of it.
Yeah, I haven't found a buffalo nickel yet.
But it only had 3 legs. It was weird.
That's why he caught up to it.
Kidding.
You know, another thing that I really like to find, and I don't think I got this one on camera earlier this year, and I had run across a guy at the park that was with one of the construction companies in the area, and he was down there swinging, wasn't having no look, so I took him over to one of my because we burned that park up, dude. So I took him over with me to one of my local permissions that I lost this year because he sold the house, and we were in the backyard, and I've been there 10 times, and I hate the way my lighting's set up because it makes it really hard to see.
Mine same way.
There. So this is a 1914 dog tag in the city where I live, which it says on there it's Carrollton, and it was absolutely in pristine condition. It was number 11 of that year, and I've never found another one that was so easy to clean off. It was just in immaculate condition, you know, and it ended up being one of my favorite finds of the year.
That's cool, buddy. Jeff from Brewer Prospecting, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Hey, I want to put this out there too, because I see Mrs. Swifty, or Creating with Karen Wade, is done with her other Zoom meeting, and she just got back in. But she is doing a giveaway over on her channel. I think she just posted a link to it. Y'all go there and check it out. If you haven't subbed to her, give her a sub, ring that bell. But she does some amazing artwork using these glass.
There she is.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, push him out of the way. There you go. Push him out.
I will. Hey, I'm just taking over.
Here, actually, why don't you take over, because I need to.
I will take over for a second. Hey, thanks.
See?
Yes, down George.
Hey, y'all. Oh, okay. I need the ceremonial hat.
Yeah, you gotta have the hat.
Oh, it's tough with the ponytail though. Hey, there we go. Well, hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
So yeah, my giveaway. I'm giving away another book of art, and I know Randy won the October one.
Go figure.
Yes.
Randy won.
Yeah, I know he's been really lucky.
But
But
you have to talk about your favorite find last year too.
Oh, my
I've been blessed so far.
and it's wonderful to be blessed.
Mhm.
Yeah, this hat is amazing. This hat is older than me, which is saying something.
It's older than both of us put together.
It's older than me and Swifty put together. Okay, that's really saying something. But yeah, my giveaway, I'm giving away this time all my drawings from December. So if you checked those out, I did one for every day, counting down the Advent to oat milk and cookies. That's been a favorite. to
It's mine.
Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah. So check out my giveaway video. I posted a link, and decide which one of these cutie pies are your favorite and enter the contest. I'll be live Sunday the 9th. So you have a week to check everything out. And I'll see you there on that live.
Yeah. Love your drawings, Karen. You do a great job.
Hey, thanks. You
There's-
know, it's my life.
Yep. There's something else I'm going to contact you about later. There's something I want
Okay,
you to
cool.
do for me. So I've been thinking about this.
Awesome.
So
Just no pictures of Swifty, okay?
I have one that I drew of him actually. He was in a band not too long ago, and they were practicing in the living room, and I was sitting in the den looking at him, and I just sketched the whole band, you know. So if I remember, I'll post that one, but no more than that.
You know what? If you were going to do a picture of Swifty, I would do him in like Scooby-Doo cartoon form and make him Shaggy.
That would be perfect.
maybe that would work.
I would probably buy that.
I could totally see that being a sticker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Oh, we've been making plans while you were outside.
That's fine.
Oh, so this is like intermission where Swifty gets to go have a smoke, huh?
Yep.
I think so. Yeah. I'm the pinch hatter. Pinch hatter.
The pinch hitter.
I'm the pinch hatter.
Well, thank you, other side of the boat. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't think we should let him come back at this point if he's going to walk away, you know.
Easy come, easy go. Oh yeah. My favorite find. Oh man. Well, I don't really metal detect, so it'll be my favorite find from Swifty's year. Ooh, you know, I have to say one of my favorite finds has been this glass. Is that one a rosette too with the horse in it lithograph? Can you see that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even know these existed. And so when he found this and told me about it, I was like, that's really cool. So that's one of my favorites. I think just because for the unusual factor, you know. I mean, coins are cool. Don't get me wrong. I like coins. They're beautiful. And all the toy cars he's found are neat. But just learning about that, I think, is sort of the interesting part to me.
Mm-hmm. That it is.
What's he doing back there banging
I don't
around?
know.
Not telling any secrets.
Oh, dear God.
I'm making a mimosa.
I didn't fill up his cup enough, I guess. Hey, Bill. Hey, everybody. Oh, thanks for everybody that's saying talented and you like my art. I'm glad you do. And I'm really excited. I just started I've had my YouTube channel for a long time. This year will be 10 years, but I haven't really messed with it much until this year. And in October, the end of September, I had the idea to draw every day and share it. And I've just kept going with that. And I was like, it kind of inspired me to do a whole new thing. And I'm really looking forward to, by the end of January, I have something really exciting to share. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll trickle out a little bit more during the month, but you heard it here first.
I wonder what that could be.
See, Swifty doesn't even know. You heard it here first.
Because Swifty can't keep a secret, right?
I'm probably the worst at that. I'm one of those people, I buy a present and I can't wait until your birthday or Christmas to give it to you. So Swifty's birthday is at the end of October. October 1st came. I said, hey, it's your birthday month. Can I give you your birthday present now? He said, no, you have to wait until my birthday. I was like, oh, I don't want to wait until your birthday.
That is the exact reason why when we go Christmas shopping, I can't take my wife Christmas shopping until 3 days before Christmas, or she will run that straight out and give it to him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought I was the worst at it, but it seems like other people are too.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Bill. Welcome.
Oh,
I'll
Yeah.
be right there.
hard to believe it's the new year. Where did 2021 go?
It went by quick.
I feel like this year was slow.
Really?
Really?
Oh my God, I'm so sick of COVID and all that. It just seems like it drug on forever. I guess it depends on how you look at it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What'd Swifty do?
He probably kicked the rat out of the roller cage that turns the electricity and internet.
Could be. Bill said they have a tornado warning out in his area. I don't think he's too far from you, Shane.
Bill.
Papa Rouse.
He's south of me. He's in Tennessee, I believe. All I know is that it's rained here all day. I was supposed to go hang out with I was supposed to drive out and hang out with Brian, Mr. B. Higgles today, and it was just not going to be a good. I just didn't want to drive in all this rain. It wasn't that I couldn't go hang out with him regardless. I didn't want to drive in it.
I don't blame you. Seems I don't know why. It seems like the older you get, the less you like driving in bad weather.
Yeah, I guess while they're all cut out, we were talking earlier, and we was bringing up age and stuff like that. So we'll just put it into perspective here really fast. Man, did I freeze too? Oh, yes.
No, you're not frozen.
So let's go back to New Year's Day, right? We'll go to New Year's Day. The year's 2002, and I spent that whole day feeling sorry for myself and crying the whole day. And there you go. I'm gonna get that. That's your clue. Do you have any idea why?
Because you turned 50.
Well, no, that's because I don't turn 50. I was 29 years old.
Oh,
and the very next day is my birthday, because tomorrow's my birthday, and I was turning 30, and I was very depressed about turning 30 because at that point I'd been a single parent of my daughter since she was a newborn. And, and all I did was work to provide for my kid. And, and then as far as the other end of my life, nothing really ever worked out at that point. So I was lonely. I was pretty depressed at that point. But the only thing that kept me going was that little girl, man. I mean, her and I did just about everything together, and I was turning 30. And when you turn 30, you feel like that's the end of the world, right? You're like, oh my God, I'm turning 30. And so that was the reason why that was the most depressing New Year's Day ever. And it wasn't because of anything, just I didn't want to turn 30. And then, lo and behold, within the next year or two, her life and my life changed 100%. I met my current wife, and she had a mother, and life ended up absolutely peachy.
That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, but it's just funny how you remember certain days for certain things. I just remember that day as being, it just felt like the end of the world. I guess, at that point, when my daughter was born, I was only 23. And from that point on, it wasn't, her mother disappearing on us or anything. That wasn't even any of it. It was the fact that just having her as a little, as a newborn baby, pretty much by myself, and then all the way up until, that point of having to raise a little girl alone, time went by really fast. 23 to 30 went really fast. And I couldn't believe how fast it went. She was growing up, and then, it just takes one thing to change, everything. You just got to keep pushing forward and doing the right thing all the time.
Yep.
What the heck is Swifty doing here on the phone? Computer froze. I'm telling you.
No idea. No, I turned 59 in February, so.
Wow.
But I don't feel it.
I don't either.
At all.
I'm out all the time. I don't ever really, other than the time I sit down at this computer for 3 to 4 hours a day to do whatever I'm doing for that day or for the next few days. Other than that, I'm always moving or doing something. I just can't sit still. My job doesn't let me sit still. So
no, mine doesn't either. I'm hoping for some snow. I want to go sled riding. I love sled riding.
Oh my God! If we would have had some cold weather, this rain that's rolling through right now, oh my God, we would be under 1.5 feet of snow right now.
I love snow. So Monday Night Digs, the short video that I put out, has almost 1,000 views.
Oh, did it hit the shelf on shorts? Yeah, I caught it right when you dropped it.
So hopefully we get some new people.
No, look, that's another thing. going back to Gene and I, when we were running over each other on Mondays, because we both like to release videos on Mondays, when we were just beating each other up for views, and we finally got together, and I brought it up. I said, I'm just going to call this a double feature, and then we will make sure that, whatever shows up for mine, we'll just jump over and show up to yours. And then it wasn't long after that Brian, says, hey man, can I get in on that? And then we decided at that point that we were going to turn it into a hashtag. And then everywhere we went, we were going to drop that hashtag in comments. We were going to search it in Google and see how it was growing on Google, TikTok. And we decided to put it out there. And that thing's got like 140 videos now or something like that, over 100 videos. Once that thing hits like 1,000, anytime anybody gets close to that and they're searching Google or wherever they search, we get them from Bing. There's all kinds of search engines that show up when you check into that. And it's really picked up. And then everybody that's included a video in that or put the time to work towards that themselves, it's helped everybody's channel. Every single one of us, has received growth, and we all have fun on Mondays. And so now Monday nights are fun. We just from 8 o'clock until almost 11 o'clock, we just bounce around and watch everybody's content and have a good time. There ain't no BS involved. Everybody's happy. I love it.
No, it was a great idea. It's really grown.
Yeah,
I'm trying to help you get it to grow to 24 hours, like you said that in that one.
God, I can't sit and watch all that many. But there was a couple of days. I mean, where I've been in the car trying to get back home at time because work's called me, or I've had to go somewhere run an errand for the family, and and you're bouncing around, and my car picks up on Bluetooth, so I'll turn it on and let the speaker play it. And then I'll say, I'll stop at the stop light and chat. And someone said, hey, I'm in the car. I'll be back at the house in a minute or whatever. And we'll just keep going. But, Jeff out there in Adventures with Goat, he's really working on a really cool, like a gold mine that he's trying to get the rights for. And if he gets a hold of that, he's showed several of the clips, but that's going to keep him busy for a long time. And he's really got his life back together, and he's put himself in a really high place right now where he's cut all the extra stuff out of his life, the drinking and such, and he's doing really well. And then your videos have been really good. Everything that you've been putting out lately is you've got great finds, but it's not necessarily the finds, it's the excitement that we hear in your voice when you find it. The utter it's almost like disbelief that you found something that was that fun to find.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good. Then Swampy at 8:30, he's got his area that he's pounding. I saw some of the collections of stuff that he's.
Shane just froze.
And now he's really got metal detecting. What's that? Oh, did I freeze?
Yeah, you're back.
Oh, okay. Man, I don't know what's wrong. I guess it might be all this rain. I don't know.
It could be.
But then Practical Ken, he's put a lot of time and effort into his videos. And then whatever I have available goes out on Monday, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. If I don't have nothing, I'll do a short live just to get everybody wound up for going in to see Gene at We Dig It. And those guys out there on the beach, man, they're on that island and they got that plantation to hunt. I'm excited. I mean, it's like a TV show when I turn that on because I'm always excited to see what him and the kids find. And then Brian has worked super hard at his analytics, and he's kind of like me in that sense. He's an analytical guy. He's done really well. And then metal detecting with Gary, who's associated with Brian pretty much. They work together really well. And then Blackbeard Jay. And then after that, we've got a couple, Squeak will put a video out every now and again. Metal detecting North Carolina. Even Lou from Indiana Tones will jump in at that later hour. It's just so much fun that we've got that many people that are actually working together to put out a product for this community on a Monday.
Yep. No, this is the best community. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's a really solid community, and I know that there's times when there's ripples within the community. Mm-hmm. People get upset with one another or whatnot, and it's really tough when that happens because sometimes the people that get upset with one another are both people that you like. My philosophy on that is that if I'm upset with Randy, let's just say hypothetically, if I'm upset with you, you know what, I'm not going to bring my business out here and let everybody see it. Me and you're going to sit down and have a conversation, and we'll work it out. Like that's the way men are supposed to work things out, either face to face or having a conversation. It's nobody else's business when you don't, you know, I know that there's different, you know, things involved with that, but you know, that's how you work out problems. That's how you solve problems.
I think so.
You don't solve problems by calling people out. I just don't think.
I totally agree.
Swifty, what the hell?
Can
What
y'all
happened to
hear
you,
me?
buddy?
Hi,
Yeah, we
Karen.
hear you.
Yeah, you like my name?
Hey, Karen, I think for New Year's, I think you need a chance to go to the beauty salon because you got way rough real fast.
Sexy. So sexy. How do you turn the volume up?
So yes, Lisa, age is just a number.
Look on the keyboard.
Let me get back to some of
All
this.
right.
There you go, Lisa. I'll be, just so I never really said it exactly, but I will be 49 years old tomorrow.
Oh, you're a young pup yet.
I don't feel 49 either. I feel like I'm still in my 30s.
Me too. Me too.
I don't feel 49 either.
Yeah, I don't feel 49 either.
I knock on wood because I don't hurt in the morning. I get up every day happy. I feel great.
Lucky you. Hey, so I had some technical difficulty on my computer, so I'm over here on Mrs. Swifty's, but what'd I miss?
Oh, man, we were rambling back and forth about a lot of different things.
Yeah, we trashed you while you were gone. Don't worry.
I don't care.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you what, if you wanted some computer advice, you know, all the little bad things that them porn sites put on your computer might be what caused you to crash.
Say that again?
Little bugs that you get from porn sites might be what caused your computer to crash. That's why Mama's computer's working.
You've been on my computer? How do you know this stuff?
Oh, yeah, I see them cookies.
Oh, is that what they're called? Cookies?
Yeah, they're called cookies. Only reason I know what they're called is when they're called cookies is because when you drop your little link for your for anything that you get, you know, you get a commission on, and somebody clicks on that link, that cookie stays in your computer for a while. That's how I know that that's what they're called. I didn't know that before then. I'm illiterate when it comes to computers sometimes.
Oh, yeah, me too. No.
And no, and I don't let me. And I'm not insinuating that Swifty sits on his computer and looks at porn all day. I have no idea of that. I was just making a joke. It was.
It was a good joke.
Hey, man, only a part of the day, man. Not all day.
Exactly.
Just make sure you turn on your malware bytes when you play that stuff.
That's
So, other side of the boat said his detector's been really hot ever since he put one of my stickers on his metal detector. So, Jim, I think it's Jim Steele. He made a comment to Jim Steele saying that he needs to get one of my stickers. So, anybody wants my stickers, my address, and my emails and my about page, email me. I'll be more than happy to send you out stickers or whatever. Be happy to.
up there. Yeah. And same for me. If you want some stickers, go to my about section and I'll get you some out. Actually, I'm getting very low, so I gotta I gotta get some.
Look, of my regular stickers, I've got a pack of 100, and I got maybe 30 left out of 1,000 that I got to start with.
Holy cow!
All the stickers that I've gotten from you, I've given them all out. My last one out.
Listen, I hand them out to everybody to put in their giveaways, and then that way they end up in different places, and then I'll see people on, you know, and I'll talk to them in their lives or whatnot, and they'll stick up a sticker, and I'm like, I didn't send you a sticker, so I know you must have won a giveaway somewhere or somebody that I gave a bunch to. You, Marlon, I gave you guys quite a few, and then a few other people have gotten a bunch.
Yeah.
Well,
and speaking of Marlon, so I don't sleep much at night, and so I stayed up till about 12:30 or so. As a matter of fact, I was chatting with Randy. And then I hit the hay, and then I was up at 3 a.m. wide awake until like 5:30. But in the meantime, you know, of course, I'm cruising YouTube, and Marlon is live. So I went over there and hung out with Marlon. There was about 10 of us in there all together, and you know, we had a good time. He mostly did a bunch of shout outs to people that are coming up on his live feed here pretty soon. So. But it was cool to hang out. You know, I thought I was going to be the only one surfing around on YouTube that I knew. But, you know, I forget a lot of times that I'm on East Coast time. and a lot of our friends are Mountain Time or Central Time, and out in California time, 420 time.
Mm-hmm.
So it got me to thinking this morning. Also, I was like, I don't sleep much at night. I mean, I get enough sleep, but I'm up 2-3 hours, from like 3 to 5, or sometimes 2 to 5 or something. Why don't I just go live on YouTube and,
What's really weird is that I've piddled around with that on occasion, and usually you'll pick up your foreign people that your Australians will show up sometimes if you hit it at a strange time, because they're like, hey, what's this guy doing live right now? It's not his normal time. Because so you pick up different parts of your crowd. I was going to do some of my giveaways that way. I did the one on the Saturday afternoon. I should have did one right smack dab in the middle of the night, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But I was going to do that. Hey, I'm going to share something really fast. It's from last night, and I want you to let me share the screen and let me play this little clip of a video. I'm sure Robert and Melissa from Clark's will not mind, but it was from their live stream last night on New Year's, right about the time of when New Year rolled around. And I want y'all to check out Jeff from Brewers Prospecting. I want you to see his reaction. I recorded it with my phone because it was hilarious. Hold on one second.
Hi, Teresa. Teresa's here.
Hey, Teresa. Happy New Year.
Hi, Miss Teresa. I had a ball on your TikTok page the other day. If you didn't notice.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the live chats for some reason. So if y'all can keep up with that for me, I appreciate it. But I don't know what happened. My computer just froze up. Bang.
Do you have the ability to share the screen?
Oh yeah, I can do that now.
Yeah. So it's a 20-second clip. Last night at New Year's from Clark's Cove.
Just the thumbnail is hilarious.
It's the beginning of it.
Well, that's good because Jeff is here.
Oh, good.
Right on. Yeah, this is for you, brother.
Oh my goodness.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that's awesome.
You like that?
I do.
Come on, I hope. Yeah, there he is. Call him
down
in. Dude, I recorded you, brother. So
funny.
Let's put that into perspective. So Jeff last night was double dipping. He was on Clark's Live, and he was also on JP's bar. Mm-hmm. And so he was looking back and forth, Gavin. He was running 2 lives at once. I thought, well, shoot, I'll do the same thing. I was bouncing back and forth. I couldn't help myself. I had to record that.
That's awesome.
The look on the dude's face was priceless. Yeah. And then he's setting off firecrackers in your house. What's wrong with you, Jeff? Get the cops called on you.
Yeah. I heard gunshots. I was just firecrackers.
Thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah. I was going to ask Shane. We talked about something we wanted to find this year that's going to be on our bucket list.
Yes, sir.
Did we get an answer from you? I
texted. So what I'm after most importantly is the more recent coins that I haven't found. So a standing Liberty quarter is very important, or a walking Liberty quarter, whichever one it is. An SLQ standing Liberty. I'm sorry, I've never found one of those, and I've never found a barber quarter. Before I go into my dreams of seated and cap bust and all that stuff, I just want to find the stuff from the 1900s that I haven't found yet. And I've got a lot of good finds from the 1800s and the early 1800s, but those 2 coins have eluded me for a long time.
Do you have any Spanish silver? You found any of that?
I got a half real, yes, sir.
Nice.
That was last year too. I didn't even bring that up.
There you go, man.
I mean, it was melted, it was burnt, but it's mine. I found it in one place you should never find. there's the glory right there. If you do your research and you find a place that there was never a listed home site on, but you go out there and check it because of how flat it is or whatnot, and you find the remnants of a house, that is the site where you're going to find stuff because nobody's ever been there detecting.
Exactly. And I don't know if you encounter this stuff, but for me, a lot of times I'll tell the homeowner, hey, judging by the stuff that I found on this particular section of the field, I love detecting fields because that's where you find the forgotten home sites. But I'll explain, and show all the stuff to the homeowner and say, okay, so over here was a potential home site from the late 1700s until the 1800s, and they don't believe you. And you got all this stuff, and they were like, no, well, maybe, someone dropped it there. And so many times I've gotten to this discussion with the homeowner and trying to, this kind of, in a sense, science. Look at all that, and it was right there in that one little section of the field. That means, but a lot of times they're like, no. I had one guy, he told me, he says, yeah, I've talked to all the neighbors around here and they don't ever remember a home site there. So they might have just been passing through. And I was like, well, this is, 2021 and, we're talking about back in the 1700s. So none of these people around here would even know there was a home site.
Well, look at Swifty. Look where we were at out there, when we were at your event, and I'm walking that cart trail across the top of that hill. A 1930 something dog tag, up on a cart trail like that, and people had been up there for years. That's how they crossed the ridges.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody could have set up. There's a place up there that looked like there was a home site. I couldn't find a remnants of it, but there was a place up there that looked like a home site.
I'm sure there was.
There might have been. They just might not have had any metal, or they didn't throw it away. You know what I'm saying? But or it could have been a trading post up there. You just don't know.
Right. You don't know until you get out there and start finding stuff.
No, like my neighbor down the road, he has a farm, and I looked on the old maps, and on the old maps it shows a house there from the 1800s.
Right back.
Well, before they acquired the property, he never knew it. That was torn down. So I'm trying to get permission to do that property.
Yeah, anytime you can roll back on that, if you type in for your area, and this is good for just about anybody, the early 1800s, 1883 is a very prominent year on these maps, but the insurance companies started documenting, residences in towns and what was next to them to determine how they were going to rate them for their insurance. Not only that, but the states were getting interested in creating more elaborate maps at the time because we're post-Civil War, the country's growing and expanding. This time frame between 1880 and 1885, there are more older maps for your areas that you might not come across any other way. And that's the time frame that you should really start looking because it gives you an idea of the way, of the way it was 140 or 150 years ago, but it kind of shows you how it was before that too. So it kind of gives you an idea of which way things grew. And that's exactly where I start my searches. And then after that, you use the historic aerials because a lot of times people didn't tear down structures. They just waited until they fell down. So you can always find those structures on your on your aerials from the 40s. And that gives you another idea. And I overlay maps. I do stuff like that when I'm researching. I'll tell you, just really quick, the other day, when I lost my pinpointer in that field where we were out there searching for where these three houses were, my overlay, the map that was drawn wasn't quite to scale. So I ended up almost, 10,000 foot away from where, almost a mile away from where I was actually, a little more than a mile away from where I actually was supposed to be because of the scaling drawings of the old map. And that was the first time that I had been missed a target by that much. So we were looking for nothing. There was nothing there. We were just out there digging.
Well, at least you got some exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Man, let me tell you, that's a big property. There's like 600 and some acres all right there together on the same property. And the guy is just, he's just great. But where the three houses sit is the one spot on the land that they they're kind of private about, so we're not going to probably get to sneak back there. So we got another couple places to go that we haven't been to yet. Just waiting for some weather.
Yeah.
Well, for my Michigan family, I'm actually working on talking to a guy up there that has 100 acres that's thinking about giving me permission to hunt it. So that'll be Deej and straight up metal detecting, Lisa, if Lisa's available, and whoever wants to join. So I'm trying to get that put together up there.
Nice.
A lot of good treasure hunters in Michigan for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was fortunate enough to run into an old friend of mine who actually bought another friend of mine's property that I've been trying to go detecting on. In my last video, it was my first time in there, and I was pretty impressed with what I found. But there was also, I think there was another home site that was next to it that got pushed down, and they pushed everything over the side of the ridge back there. And right beside that, not long after I get there, Jake says, "Hey man, you want to see where the bottle dump is?" I was like,
Heck yeah.
So he takes me back there, and there's this huge bottle dump on the side of the ridge. And he says, "Oh yeah, and there's what's left of a tractor right over there." And looking through the woods, and I'm like, "Holy crap, man, look at all this stuff back here." So he told me to have at it. So whenever, one of y'all want to come down, I'm sure he'll or come up or over. I'm sure my buddy would be like, "Yeah, man, y'all come on." There's a lot to explore on this piece of property, and there's a lot of history in the area. It's also, that piece of property is just 3/4 of a mile up the road from where I found all the Civil War stuff. So it's got to be some more, and it's right along the railroad too.
Love Civil War. I just love the stuff that you find from it.
I love when you're at a spot and you unexpectedly find a Civil War item, and you're like, "Oh, you calling everybody, 'Hey man, look what I found!" But it's always exciting for me when that happens.
Yeah. That's awesome, Plugs. Plug said that he found 2 silver rings and a buffalo nickel.
Awesome. I don't know why I can't see the live feed here, and I tried getting on my phone. I don't know.
Well, Brewer said you're getting too close to the moonshine, Shane.
I know it. That's exactly on that property. Exactly. Maybe they got enough land. They might be doing something else. Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to show you 2 more buckles.
I love buckles.
All right.
Oh, good. That gives me a venue into something I'd like to chat with you about. So yeah, show them up.
Go for it.
So, that one I posted in a video once and still has the leather attached to it. So
That's awesome.
I have no idea.
Does it have kind of a curve to it, or is it flat?
Turn it the other way. The other way?
This way?
No, flip it upside down, homie. Thank you.
Yeah, you can see that it looks like it's like a belt strap kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one won't be in this Monday night digs, Shane, but it'll be in the following Monday. And I think this one is hand forged or handmade or whatever you want to call it. And I say that because of the way it's attached right here.
Yeah.
But I found that over. Yeah, I found that over by the big tree too. This tree is amazing. It's just giving all kinds of good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I never run out. I'll tell you.
So there was a couple of weeks back, Gene from We Dig It had found a very old buckle, and I went through and I took picture. I stole a picture of it off the video, and I went through and started looking. And I found it. Well, I found one that was made in that era, and I was able to date it, but we couldn't figure out who manufactured it. But I went at that point in time, and I haven't had a chance to really talk about it much, and I'm going to bring it up here shortly. But I bought this book off of Amazon. It's by Ross Whitehead. It's buckles from 1250 to 1800.
Nice.
And if you've got something that's colonial or pre-colonial and you're trying to figure it out, it's in this book. And this thing was like $28, but it has so much reference in there that if you really want to identify something, if you're looking out to figure out a style of a buckle, if you really want to figure it out, it's a great purchase.
Excellent.
Yeah, I do a ton of research too. I probably do more research at work when I'm not supposed to, when I get slowed down, because everything's just right in front of me. I have plenty of time to do it. And but yeah, I do. I hammer out the research. I love to learn about the stuff.
Well, here's one of my colonial buckles I found this year.
Oh yeah.
And that was at the place where I found the Civil War stuff.
That looks very very similar to Gene's. His was 1600s, though. That might be close.
Yeah, I remember seeing his, and I told him, I said, well, I found one that was very similar to that. And if you want, Shane, I'll take a picture of it and
send me a picture. I was sitting here looking right now to see if I could quickly find it, but I haven't found it yet.
Let's see. Can you see it now?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I see the shape of it. I see how it's manufactured. I mean, but yeah, send me a good picture of it. I'll look it up for you, and I'll take a picture of where it's at in this book, and I'll send it back.
Hi, Rocky Mountain Prospecting.
What's up?
How many folks we got in here? 12?
Everybody's just kind of hung out listening to us gab.
Gab.
Yeah, you give me
here until we get tired of gabbing. Y'all get tired of whatever, just let me know. And
yeah, you give me the opportunity. I'll sit and talk all day.
Well, welcome to my world right now. We were supposed to go hiking today, but it has been raining here and it's just nasty. And we're like, screw it. So, it's like,
we need the rain.
Your rain isn't going to stop anytime soon.
No.
Better stop before Wednesday. See it my way. One and I are going metal detecting.
Are you? Man, I wish I could get out there right now. It's just not in my cards. Now, y'all going metal detecting your way? Oh, I guess you have to go his way. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm going his way.
Now Shane's going to drive to Randy.
Yeah.
You see the look of sarcasm on my face?
Mm-hmm.
I saw that. I saw that smirk.
Yeah, I was laughing. So a couple weeks back, he
laughing.
So a couple of weeks back, he wanted a big sticker pack, right?
And
Shane Kubat. With this big sticker pack, I created this huge sticker pack of all the extras that I had. Almost 40 stickers in this pack, right?
Oh my
just
goodness.
Just because I wanted it, everybody gives away sticker packs. I wanted to give away a sticker pack.
That's right.
So he wins it, and then I'm writing, and I'm sitting and I'm loading it all up in the envelope and getting ready to send it out, and I'm writing him a letter, and then I'm like, what a waste of a sticker pack! All these beautiful stickers, and you can't look at one of them. And then so he opened it up, and immediately he texted me back, and he was laughing at me, and I'm glad he's so good natured, but it was
he's awesome.
It was just because you don't want to make fun of somebody, but you know what? He's not. People are sitting there saying, you're making fun of somebody's disability. He's not disabled. He's differently abled, because that guy is a talented at whatever he does.
That's it.
And
he can do stuff that we can't do with our vision.
Oh my God. He never gives up.
He is an inspiration to the world. I'm surprised he doesn't have 1 million followers.
Yeah. That's what I tell him. That's what I tell him all the time.
Dude, he has
a wonderful channel. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's one of the most enjoyable people I talk to.
Me too.
And then you watch him on Sundays. He goes live and all that. And
I've never caught him live because I catch the early morning lives because I'm working. I'll catch FL Thunder, and then I'll catch Marlin, of course, for sure. I get to stop in for both of them, but I've never seen his live pop up, so it must be during my busy time of the day.
Yeah,
it usually comes on 1 o'clock.
Yeah, there's no chance in that. That's why I never saw it.
Yeah. So everybody's doing sticker walls and things like that, and I'm looking for a place to put a sticker wall up. But what I've been doing is, and I want to get out to people, but I've been doing a sticker book. It's actually an autograph book. So I'm
Oh,
putting
nice.
people stickers in, so that way
Heck
you can
yeah.
sign and date it down here. So
Nice, man. I have a sticker cabinet, and it's where I keep my metal detecting stuff and all my junk. But the whole front's filled up, and now I'm working on one of the sides. And it's funny you brought this up. I was thinking about just doing a little short video for my sticker cabinet, and just a little music and a video of all the stickers.
that'd be cool. I'd like to see it.
Just trying to come up with different ideas, because I tell you what, and I've been working my tail off on YouTube, and I get stuck at I've been stuck at 434 followers for like 2 weeks, and I would get 2, 3, 4, and I lose them back and forth, and I was like,
I want to tell you something that privately off the air, we need to talk about how your channel's set up, because I would love to see how you're set up in the background and how you're getting your stuff out there and where your numbers are coming from, because that's one of the things that I've gotten really good at with helping people is figuring out how to get the way the channel's set up to get it shared out a little bit more and actually get more towards your audience. Or towards your target audience.
I would certainly appreciate that, because I'm not trying to air anything out here, but I've just gotten, be honest, I've gotten a little frustrated because, Karen and I have been working our butts off, past year, editing all these videos, and you put it out there, and I get a lot of views and a lot of comments, but it doesn't.
It's the same. It's the same people, the same comments. It's the
same supporters, and I'm very appreciative of that. But I want to draw in some more folks too, And I love my favorite people that are always there, and I don't want any of you to get me wrong in that sense. I want to grow a little bit more than where I'm at right now. And
and that's the thing. There's other ways to accomplish that, and you know what? All you're doing by growing is you're creating a bigger family. So I think we need to spend about an hour, like stuff that's not for live stream. It's more just see if we can figure out a way to kind of help it grow a little bit. I would be more than willing to do it with anybody that feels like they're stagnant or needs some help. But that's one thing we've gotten pretty good at, is figuring out how to, like I told Randy just a little while ago, grouping channels together with our Monday Digs thing has really helped every channel involved. You talk to Swampy, he's growing. Practical Ken's doing very well because of it. The initial views are there, but there's some of the stuff with the algorithm that hits that because people are watching one, then the next, then the next. So, people that leave my video and go to Gene's, that, if there's 40 people there, somewhere around there, and they all jump over there, then if they've not been to Gene's before, then his list of suggested viewers goes up. It's really funny how it works. And you don't really know exactly how it works. You just have to keep experimenting until you figure it out. And I'd be glad to help you with that. You and Karen, for sure. We'll sit down and do it some night.
Sure. And well, here's something else I came up with the other day. I was talking to Mark Duncan about it, and we didn't get to finish the conversation. But I did this on Monday, and just out of the blue, just how I roll. But I decided to do a short right before Randy went on with the Monday Night Digs, and then I got the idea: what if we did Monday Night Shorts before Monday Night Digs?
If you premiere a short and you're going to premiere it on Monday, hashtag Monday Digs in the title, in the description, and in your tag section. And that'll put that right on that list, and it'll bring it right up. You don't have to be part of the lineup to drop your video on Monday and use that. That's for everybody on YouTube. What we've done is we've created kind of like slots in an order for people that want to be fairly consistent and put videos out. And then when somebody's not there, you got somebody else is ready to jump in their slot. So You can, if you want to put a video out at 7:45 on Monday, Swifty, send it to me. I'll do the advertising for it and get it shared out, and we'll start at 15 minutes earlier before we go over to Randy's place. That is what it's about. I'll go as long as I'm home that day. I mean, for sure. And
I was talking about doing Monday night shorts, just like a little short thing before you get into the others.
But yeah, but you can do the same thing. Just put it out there.
That's
use
funny.
the hashtag. If you put it out on a Monday, use the hashtag, because that's what it's for. Because all it does is it grows that pool of videos up, and then you never can tell. Once that pool keeps growing, there's going to be one video in there at some point in time that's going to go, that YouTube's going to decide to share out in a grander way. It's going to go through Google or whatnot, and so one of the guys in them videos is going to get hit. Next thing you know, they're going to get 10,000 views on a video and not know where they came from, and it'll be because that hashtag is growing. It's so much stuff in this social media. I learn a lot from my daughter. I mean, she's a whiz too. So
I learned from y'all right here.
So I say it's the best community on YouTube.
Yeah,
I agree.
I concur. Certainly.
Yeah, Shane, I'll reach out to you too.
Yeah, for sure. It's just a matter of doing a StreamYard and then bringing up a shared screen and then going into your studio and going through your studio just to see how everything's set up, because there's stuff in there. Hey, there's Dirt Trolling Troy. What's up, buddy? Nice to see you, man.
Oh,
I don't know why I can't see.
Well, you're on Karen's.
Yeah.
Do you not have the? What do you got on the side of your StreamYard screen? Do you got your comments up?
I see all the comments. Not all the comments. See, she has the Cadillac.
Let me drive for a second.
Have the technical director come in and fix it.
She has the Cadillac set up. I have a basic laptop, and there's all these buttons and things, and help me.
Just don't push the red button.
Please. Yeah. That would self-destruct everything.
Was you there the night that Alex jumped in on my stream and then hit the end broadcast button?
Oh no, but that would have made for an interesting moment.
I saw the little, how did the stream go? And I hit the thumbs down, and when it went bad.
Oh no, yeah, you would want that. I have not had to hit went bad yet, so that's a good thing.
No, because see, we share the account. I bought it and paid for it, and she uses it because why not, you know? So we share the account, and she just hit the wrong button. She hit the end broadcast button when she went to leave studio, because on her phone it's right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Lo and behold, she shut down my stream at like 9:15 one night.
Well, you know, to make my living now, I teach online, and I'm on Zoom all day. And I have accidentally hit, end meeting for all, like in the middle of class. Like, oh, whoops. But fortunately, most of my kids are Zoom literate enough to click back on. They're like, oh, something happened. I'll just click and enter again, and it works out fine. They may be 6, but they know their way around Zoom.
Oh, heck yes.
Yeah, Johnny, it would be a good series for like a live feed. I wouldn't want to do it during any of my normal times, but maybe like on a Saturday or a late Sunday afternoon when I get home. I would be willing to go through some of the basics of channel setup and stuff like that. I just for anybody that would like to learn a little bit about it, because that at the end of the day, that's what we study the most time, is we study how we're trying to figure out how YouTube actually works. And the thing of it is that there's tons of videos out there about how everything works, but it doesn't work the same way for our niche. Our niche is different than product showing or, all the other stuff out there. It's different because our niche is community based. It really is. Everybody in here is based off of one another. And so it's very tight knit, and it's hard to grow and expand outside that. And that's what we've worked on in the last year. And I can show you numbers from the last year that how that works and how to improve it, because my first 2 years in YouTube were almost depressing.
there's a lot to learn, you know. Oops.
And sometimes there's a lot of misinformation out there as well, because you'll see people out there that'll say, hey, this is the 5 quick ways to not get your video shared by YouTube's algorithm, and they'll tell you do not post to social media. Well, because what their hypothesis is that if you post it on social media, say Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, yada yada yada, that YouTube sees that you're sharing your own video out and they won't do it for you. And that's not true. Every time you get your video out to somebody new, if you share it to somebody else, what happens is that next time that they get on and you're lucky enough to gain a subscriber and a like, the next time they log in, their featured videos on the side and their suggested videos by YouTube, you're now in that equation because they was on your page. So when you get out to new viewers, when your new viewers continues to grow, that's what you're looking to grow, because that strengthens and increases the pool of people that see your content based on their suggested or their browse features. And those are the 2 top things to growing your channel where you want to get at. You want to get into YouTube suggested and browse features. And I know it sounds like an insurance seminar talking about it, but that stuff is really important when you're just trying to get over certain humps. I mean, subscriber humps is tough. Watch hours sometimes is really tough. And there's ways to get around that too.
Cool. I'll reach out to you. Teresa, I don't do Facebook, so I posted my address in the chat.
Yeah, Randy, I realized you didn't do Facebook because I was trying to put you in our Monday Digs group and I could not find you after searching and searching. And I was really surprised how many Randy Emmerichs there are out there.
There's a bunch.
You know what? Amazingly, there's a whole bunch of Karen Wades too. It's kind of amazing.
Well, for sure, there's a whole bunch of Karens out there. I know that for sure.
Absolutely. Thank goodness I'm not one of those. I guess I'm the exception that proves the rule, maybe. Hey, Tim.
Yeah. And speaking of that, Troy, I know you and I discussed that once upon a time. And I really can't figure out why your channel never grew like it should. I see you're on my TikTok all the time. You show up on my feed every time I turn on my TikTok.
He was finding some amazing stuff.
Troy is one of the better metal detectors I've ever came across. And just watching him work and how he goes about digging. I only got to dig with him one day. And it wasn't even a whole day. It was just a few hours. But watching his pattern and how he efficiently goes through an area and gets the most out of it, the time he has in a spot. Troy is excellent. You put Troy up east somewhere and give him some historic colonial sites. He could probably be one of the more popular people on YouTube in this community. I guarantee it.
Well, maybe it's ways tagging things and things like that on YouTube. Then
it has something to do with it. It really does.
Now, do y'all use a lot of hashtags? Or
I do. Your top 3 hashtags on every video. There's a little quick pointer. If you can get 3 in your title, but you make sure you put the same 3 in your title, your description, and your tags when you're uploading the video. And also, that's the top 3 that YouTube looks at. They look at your top 3. You can have more. I have tons. You can have more, but I put as many as I feel like. But the top 3, like usually on a metal detecting video, metal detecting. And you know what? It's not conceited or arrogant, but put your own channel in there, because
I do.
Because sometimes somebody might search treasure hunting with Swifty. And if you don't have something about your channel, your hashtag with your channel name on it, it may not show up immediately on the search. Have you ever searched for somebody's channel and went, oh, it's not here, and had to keep scrolling down?
Yeah, and can't find it.
And you can't find it? That's because they might have posted videos, but they didn't glorify and advertise their own channel, their own brand.
Well, I always hashtag treasure hunting with Swifty in the title. Mm-hmm. And if I have somebody else in there with me, like Randy, I hashtag them in the title. And then I started, whoever's in my videos, I put their actual channel link
in the description.
So doing that.
So here's a little kicker right there. So you're out metal detecting with Randy. You put metal detecting with Randy in your under a hashtag in your title and your description. Now, if somebody's trying to find Randy's channel and they search that, your video comes up. And they say, oh, there's Randy right there with Swifty. I'm going to click on his video here. Oh, there it is in the description. Now I can get Randy's video. But they clicked on your video. So now you're in their browse features. Now you're in their suggested videos. So the next time they come online, and depending upon how much of your video you watched or if they liked it, if they hit the subscribe button, they will rank higher. And every time they click on your content thereafter, you keep moving up in their queue. And then eventually, when they come on YouTube, the top 5 might be a treasure hunt with Swifty video. And then if the more people that do that, then the broader your spectrum gets, and then it gives you, then you're just being shared out to more channels without YouTube's help.
I like, so I'm on a roll, I guess.
You got a good start.
Yeah, I got a good start, I reckon.
But I mean, those are all things that once you figure out how it works, it really helps. Look, I'll tell you straight up, if you want to learn about something really quick, Alex and I were getting between 70 and 150 views a stream.
Right.
We started broadcasting and putting in the football game that was on that day, and we would do a live stream while calling the football game without using any of the live content. Then you get people that see that football game on, and then they start showing up. They just start rolling through your video. You see the numbers stay about, really low or whatever you got in the stream, but you just keep seeing it change constantly. Then you look at the end of it, and you've got so many people that have been there. Then the next time you put out a video, you're in like yesterday, 15,000 views yesterday, and that's just because it's continually growing. And then so now all these people that watched us doing college football yesterday, the next time they log on to YouTube, if they hit the like button or if they hung out for more than 30 seconds, we're going to be in their live feed for sports channels. And usually sports people search sports stuff. So every time you pop up, if you've got an interesting topic, next thing you know, you've got a view. Once you monetize, that becomes everything, having people that just show up to your channel.
Right on. Yeah. Hey, I want to thank Tim over at Alley Cat Treasures. He says, I happen to enjoy your videos, Swifty. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. We have a lot of fun. Whether they get out there a lot or not, we have fun doing it. So
I got some Alley Cat swag. The next time I start doing some videos, Tim was gracious enough to send me a bunch of stuff. You want to talk about a small channel of a guy that you can watch from the very beginning, learn his way through a hobby. Tim's down there in Alabama, and he's working his way through. And
Thank you, Tim.
He's going to have fun. You can say it.
Yeah. And he's just starting out. He's just learning, and he's like been on everybody's live feed, checking out everybody. You know what? He's like the male version of Cynthia.
He's around everywhere.
He is out there. I didn't mean that in any kind of weird way. But he's out there supporting everybody's channel. He clicks on everybody's channel. He subscribes. He's in everybody's live feeds. He's so supportive, man. So everybody needs to go over there and support him as well.
Heck yeah.
And I don't know if I have him as a moderator, and I don't know how to do it here I'm not touching anything here. If someone can post a link to his channel, that'd be great. And let's go and support Tim. He's a great guy, man. And I love his little kitty cat. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right, Teresa. That was a compliment. Exactly. Didn't mean it in any weird way.
He says he has a wrench, so he's good.
Okay. Yeah, post your link, man. And actually, everybody. Yeah, post a link to your channel. If you're not subscribed to one another, go and do it, man. Click that bell, click that like. Show the love, share the love.
Yep.
And we've been on here for an hour and 45 minutes. We still have 13 viewers, man. How cool is that?
It's
I
awesome.
talk too much.
What's that?
I said I talk way too much, dude.
But no, that's why we're here to talk.
Yeah.
I think the
What's it all
title
about?
about chat. Yeah.
We just couldn't get anybody else to come up and talk with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I apologize when I get rambling on, but here's what happens to me. I get excited about this stuff because, this is my fun time. This is my other part of my hobby. Going out and treasure hunting, that's one thing, but being in here and sharing it with, all my family in here is the other part of it. So I get excited and I want to see, I said my first 2 years inside of YouTube they were horrible. It took forever to get anything going. And I couldn't figure out why, because I put out a ton of videos and did good content. And then this whole year here, starting back, right around December of last year, everything changed when I started putting actual effort into the channel. And actual effort is more than just putting up videos. It really is. And then that's so I'm excited to try to help. I feel like anybody that I help inevitably is going to help me right back, because if you help somebody else grow, they're growing their audience. And then they're going to share their audience with you. And that's what a community does. And that's how everybody kind of can move up together.
Yep.
Well, I think probably one of my problems is, believe it or not, I'm sort of shy. And I know. I mean, what the hell? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drop the F-bomb. Anyhow, I'll share my videos out once or twice. And then I don't know. I feel like I don't want to
You shouldn't
put it out there, and I think I need to just put it out there more too. But I sometimes I get comments from friends of mine that are not male detectors or understand the concept of treasure hunting and things like that, and they call me Mr. YouTube or Mr. TikTok because I'm putting all the stuff out there, and sometimes it sets me back. I'm like, okay, am I putting it out there too much?
Well, yeah, what'll happen is, and I learned from experience on this one as well. I learned this on the Instagram front. If you're going to promote something, promote it one time on a forum. Don't, if you accidentally do it a second time, which I've done, that's one thing. But if you've got, say, like Instagram's different than Facebook. You get all these followers on Instagram. If you do it more than once there, they will turn you off. I mean, they really will. But if you drop it one time, or you save your good ones for that to share out that way, then that's okay. I always drop something in the community chat, especially about what I've got next month, what we got on Monday. Whoever's leading off, they will be in the community chat tomorrow for sure. And then once on Instagram, once on Facebook. And then, what really helps is when other people actually hit that share button. That's the biggest form of growth that you can get, is when somebody likes something that you did and they share it. And that's hard to do. That's hard to get somebody to want to share your video.
Right.
I don't know what that means, Dennis. There's no such thing as community in the metal detecting world. I think this is a huge community of a lot of great people, man.
Oh,
that it is.
I'm not sure what you mean there, Dennis, but okay. But so, you know what? We've been on here close to 2 hours. I can't believe it. This is great. And we look at the great community we have right here who have been with us, hell, for 2 hours almost, man.
Doesn't seem like
a great community. I can't say we don't. But I'm looking forward to some new detecting grounds this year. I'm looking forward to hooking up with some folks here on YouTube and Facebook that I'm friends with, and detecting with them and meeting them for the first time. And, there's going to be a lot going on this year. I think all of us are going to have a lot going on this year. Randy, are you planning on going to any seated hunts or
no
special hunts this coming year?
No.
anything? You going to travel somewhere you haven't been before?
Yeah, for me, I want to get out and metal detect with more people. Excuse me, that's in the hobby, and start throwing the magnet. So,
that's a lot of fun too. It's a different kind of fun. Have you ever, you remember the first time you hooked into like a 5-pound catfish, and you didn't know what was on the other end of it?
That's right.
That's when you start pulling something heavy in with that magnet. That's the way you feel.
Yeah,
I'm looking
that
forward
or
to
a big old ray. If you ever go down to the coast and you're surf fishing, sometimes you hook a big old, stingray or a skate, and that thing sinks to the bottom, and yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want to do in 22 is get out and metal detect with more people, meet more people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I have a lot of invites to travel and detect with some new folks, and I'm really looking forward to that. I tell you, two of the guys I'm really looking forward to this spring is
Shane and I.
Yep, you and Shane are definitely definitely going to be.
We're not that far apart. That's the best part.
No, we're not.
No. But there's these two guys that I met over from TikTok, and they're over in Ohio. But as Finders of the Forgotten, Nick and Dennis, we've been chatting and making plans, and we're going to be getting together and doing a big old metal detecting somewhere. But I am looking forward to seeing those guys just to hang out with them. I think there's just going to be so much laughter. There's going to be more laughter than metal detecting. Those guys are just a hoot, man. I just love watching their videos.
They're funny.
Yeah. Once, but that's the thing, man. Once you get all the niceties aside and you put the coil to the soil, it turns into a whole different game.
Yeah. And the excitement of someone, that's the other thing. I metal, we're out here in the middle of nowhere, and so I metal detect a lot by myself, and I get all excited, but then you don't have anybody to share it with.
Yeah.
Then you're hitting everybody up, and they're like, "Man, I'm at work." And I'm like, "Oh."
Not having anybody to share it with, or not being able to share it with who you want to share it with, is the main reason most of us started picking up a camera.
That's right. Exactly. So, being around, especially, folks like you and Randy, or these two guys I was just talking about, any one of us finds something, we're all like, whoa, we're excited about it, and that makes it even more exciting, So, I'm looking forward to metal detecting with some new folks and some old folks too, like you, Randy. You're old.
Everybody in here is kind of talking about things like that. But I'll tell you the one thing to do this year, that everybody that swings a detector, that goes out magnet fishes, go find somebody new to do it with one time. Go reach out to somebody that's close to you. Reach out to somebody that you want to hang out with, that you would like to spend time with, and make it a point to spend time with them and go throw a magnet, go swing the detector at least one time with them.
Yeah, man.
So Rocky Mountain Prospecting saying that they take veterans out in the field to metal detect. It's super healing for them. So that's excellent.
Yeah, it is. I know Randy's a vet. I'm a vet. Are you a vet, Shane?
Absolutely not.
Well, that's okay. But
they wouldn't let me in the Army when I tried to get in because I had flat feet in 1990. That's the truth. They would not let me in the military.
You know what? I had flat feet and they let me in, and I'm just like, you and I are the same height. We're, 5'4".
Yeah, somewhere around there.
I'm bragging.
I don't know. I feel like I was a little bit taller than Swifty, so I was pretty happy about that.
I don't know, man. I think he was standing on the rock or something, other man.
No, he had his heels. He had his heels on that day. Don't let him lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wearing my ruby red high heeled slippers that day.
B. Higgles loaned them to you?
Mm-hmm.
I love B. Higgles' shoes. That's the highlight of his videos, when he's wearing them red sneaks.
Yep.
Tim Alleycat Treasure says he was in the Army 77 to 1985. I was in the Army 83 to 89, something like that. How about you, Randy?
83 to 94.
Go Army.
Yep.
I was a tanker. I drove an M60 A1 tank and got promoted to the gunner position, and then finally tank commander before I got out of the service. How about you, Randy?
Yeah, see, that's funny because we had this conversation before. I was actually a tank killer. I actually launched the missiles to blow tanks up.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Tim? What did you do in the Army? As I look at his name in the chat, like he can see me, right?
Yep.
You're welcome. You're welcome. He says, man,
Air defense.
Air defense. Wow. Man, I was just like dead in the water against y'all. Certainly. Well, y'all want to chat a little bit longer? Or are y'all ready to hop off here? And what y'all want to do?
I got stuff I got to do today.
Yeah, I got to hop off too.
Yeah, I got some stuff to do as well. Well, I just want to say Happy New Year to everybody. I want to thank Randy and Shane for joining me, and it helped me just chit chat and look at the puppy dog. Walk, 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 walk. And I want to thank everybody who is in chat. I think pretty much everybody's been here for the past 2 hours. I want to thank for Mrs. Swifty for setting up her Cadillac studio thing here for me because my laptop pooped the bed. Yeah, I think it's a goner. But anyhow, I just want to thank everybody. Go support one another. You know, let's have a great new year, and I can't wait to see everyone's great finds. And we shall see you on the next. Good
Whatever.
night. Peace out. Love
Happy
y'all.
New Year.
Have a nice nap, Jerry.
Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Love y'all. Peace out. Boom.
See.